Hi guys, welcome back to another session for today. We had our first session on emotional intelligence by 1 p.m. Remember that this is the first day of our 6 week long lifelong learning program, the second cohort. It's already been so awesome. There was a bit of a mix up. So if you got the schedule, you probably thought we were meant to have Python now, but that was just a little mistake. So we're having Scratch instead, and Python will still come later by 4 p.m. today. So don't miss that. Just a few housekeeping rules. I did mention this during our emotional intelligence session, but it is important. If you want to get a certificate at the end of the program, please make sure you do all the assignments given to you by the instructors, by the teachers. People who are engaged and enthusiastic throughout will be awarded. If you are around for the last cohort, our first one, people got awards for always being steady with their diligence and participation. So you can be that person this time. Please do participate. If you have questions, you can go to forum.codarena.net to put your questions on there. After the 6 week program, learning will continue. So courses will run for 6 weeks, but learning continues on learn.codarena.net. You'll see the links in the comment section soon. And weekly schedules will also be posted on forum.codarena.net, the same place where you will be asking your questions. And finally, and probably most importantly, if you haven't subscribed to Codarena's YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Guys, come on, just hit the subscribe button. You can get updates from Codarena's YouTube channel so you know when next we have sessions, when next we have classes, and just stay in the loop of things. It's good to be informed, it's good to be aware. Okay, I've talked way too much. But it's time for me to hand over to our awesome instructor. He was our instructor in our first cohort for Scratch, so he is back again. Please, guys, give a round of applause, a virtual round of applause, of course, to Mr. Jerry to handle our Scratch session for today.
Oh, hi everyone. It's been very great. Hi, thank you, Victory, for the introduction. Hope you guys meet class. So, we want to welcome you guys back to our second cohort. There's a lot. At least a lot of people here. So, we'll just go straight to um, what we have for you today. So, during the course one, we did a lot of stuff ranging from games back to educational stuff. And this cohort two, I just want to base most of our lectures on cohort two. Oh, hi Danny, how you guys doing? I am Pandan. Oh, great guys. So let's just jump to what we have for you today. It's great to have you guys back. I'm really excited to be here. I'm sure you guys are super excited also to be here. That's great. Sorry, let me just get this is on already. So we'll jump to what we have for you guys today. Yeah. Yeah. So we have this. So you're welcome to Scratch one. You can look at the videos on first one to look at what we've done and how we did what we do, how we did what we did, so you can do the same. So we learned that Scratch is one of themselves in coding. It must be fluent. It must be fluent in coding because tomorrow for you guys. So yeah, we already said how to write the code, and we talked about identification of problems. We talked about list your possible solutions, bring out your options, you evaluate your options, select an option, and you work on the option to bring out a solution. So these are how to write a piece of code. So before writing any code, you must have a problem, of course. You must create a problem and create a solution for the problem. So this cohort two, I want to present my lecture mostly on educational stuff. So we're going to be discussing a lot of educational problems. What we do in our classroom, we're going to see how we can use Scratch to do those stuff. Then yeah, we said the ability to code computer programs, is an important part of literacy in today's society. And when people learn to code in Scratch, they learn important strategies for solving problems, designing projects, and communicating ideas. So, again, I'm bringing this to you guys. You're learning Scratch in a fun way, but preparing yourself, you're developing problem solving strategies. You're developing how to design projects and a very large extent of communication ideas. So you're having all of this when you learn how to use Scratch. So Scratch is very important. So as Python is very important to you guys. Okay, so I'm sure you can see you can see my screen. Then so um, we want to look at how to create our problem and solve that problem. So like I said, you know me for those of us that attended Cohort 1, you know that I love solving problems. I love practicals. So we're going to be doing a lot of practical stuff today. Yeah, for before our time goes on, we're going to do a lot of practicals. See how to solve our see how to solve problems in our own ways. So we say so let's create a problem and solve it using Scratch. Okay? Let's create a problem and solve it using Scratch. Remember, if you have any questions, just send your questions. I'm going to answer your questions. Okay? So So today we'll be looking at how to draw shapes in Scratch. We'll be looking at how to draw shapes. We'll be looking at how to draw a square. We'll be looking at how to use Scratch to draw a rectangle. We'll be looking at how to use Scratch to draw a triangle and a circle. So these are the four shapes that we'll be using Scratch to draw. So imagine you using Cohort Draw, Photoshop, Inkscape, and the rest tools to draw stuff. We want to see how we can also use Scratch to draw this same stuff. Okay? And remember, these shapes are part of geometry in our educational system. Yeah, so we're going to be using basic geometry knowledge. Okay? And here it says for each geometry shape, the angle is proportional to the number of sides. Okay, meaning 360 degrees divided by the number of sides. So for example, we want to create um, um, the square. So how many sides does the square have? Okay, I like also with this. So you throw your own answer, I throw my question. How many sides does the square have? Divide the sides by 360 and you get the number of degree that we are going to be imputing here. So we'll get to that. So this might be strange. We'll get to that. So triangle has um, three sides and you divide it by 360 to get a number of degree. And so how many sides does a circle have? Okay, 360 divided by 1. So we'll get to that where we're going to answer all of these questions. Very important. So we're going to be using our basic geometry knowledge to solve all of these problems. So I'm taking us back to our educational system. I'm taking us back to school. We're going to use our basic geometry knowledge to solve all of these problems. So now let's create our geometry shapes using Scratch. So thank you. This will be the end of my presentation. So that we'll go back to the practical aspects where I love the most. So you can go down to our website, of course, forum.coderina.net, keeping your questions and keeping your comments here. And don't remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Okay? And if you have any questions, of course, all my assignments, you know me, I'm giving assignment at the end of this class, which each and every one of you is going to submit the assignment to hello@coderina.org. So let's ride on and let's get to the fun part of this class where we'll go down into practical. So if you're with your system, bring out your system, put on your Scratch, and let's have fun. Thank you. So I'm going to stop sharing this, share my screen. That's it. Okay, yeah, answers 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees for squares. Thank you very much. So back to back to scratch. Okay, so we say we want to create shapes using scratch. Let's see how we can do that. So first of all, let's go down. Let's create a square. I'm not going to be removing this guy here because yeah, we're not going to be removing this part because we remove it, we'll not be able to write our codes. So we'll get to that point, so we'll just hide it. So first of all, we want to create a square. Remember, I'll be asking questions, you'll be giving me the answers to those questions. Very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. That can help you make video, but you can't edit any videos. And I'll be going back to see your questions that you're asking so I can give prompt answer to them. So come down here and say whenever I click my flag, what I want. So we'll be looking at a very important concept to scratch, going to our extension. So I come to extension here, add extension, and I pick pen because I want to be drawing. I pick this guy, second extension here, it says pen. So I click on it and bring out the pen codes here. Remember, you will not see your pen code when you open your Scratch normally. You have to add it from extension. So you have to add your pen from extension. So if you come to the extension, you have many other extensions of code that you can add. So we're going to be looking at this code before the end of this cohort of music, pen, video sensing, text to speech, translate, and the rest, Lego Mindstorm for those of us that have Lego, because Lego Mindstorm, them the redo sets, and a lot of programs. Yeah, so Scratch keeps getting better and better over again. So today we'll be looking at the pen. So you see, you can draw with your stats. So let's see how we can do that. So I have this list of codes here, which I will be using. So I say whenever this is on, I can say erase all, which means every um every drawing on the screen should be erased, right? When I pick my pen, I say pen up. This is what I want to draw. Pen up, and I can decide set the color of. I can decide to set the color of what I want to draw. I can put any color I want. So I can pick set pen color. Remember, I want to draw a square. The square has all sides are equal. Remember, all sides of the square are equal sides. Okay. So let me pick a color for this. I don't know. I'll just pick. Let me pick red for this. So pick a red color. So what are so set pen color to red, meaning we want the color of the square to be red, right? Then I can say where I want my my square to start from. Now if you look at here, remember in our last cohort I made mention of our screen. This screen is like our graph where you have our x and y axis. So we're going to be using that concept chart, your x and y axis. Now if you look here, you see that here you're having x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, meaning this is at the middle or at the center of the screen, which is at the center of the graph. So when you have x0, y0, it's at the center of your graph. Okay? So these are the center. So we're going to use that concept. And so whenever what is it called? Whenever our shape wants to draw, it always start from the middle. So I come to go to x and y. So if you have it here, what this code means is it should always start from the middle of the screen. Okay? Now I'm going to make the perfect stuff. I'm going to, when we start having the other ones, I'm going to make mistakes and correct those mistakes. So let me make this one perfect first. So I have this, I said, erase all, pen up, set pen colors red, and because I want to see what is happening, I'm going to be using my wait button. Wait for a second before it goes down to the next one. Come here, wait for a second before the pen comes down. Right now, question. I want to repeat this process. So I'm going to repeat this process later. So let me just move. So I can say move this to move to 10 steps, right? and turn degree to 90. Now, when you divide 360 divided by 4, I'm seeing here somebody already says, uh, somebody already says 90. You can't see my screen. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen? Can you see the screen now? Okay, fine. You can see the screen. I will just continue. So, so yes, we have this and say, so I said when you divide your 360 by 4, you have 90. Somebody already said 90 on the comment section. So I'm going to go by that. So let's say we want it to turn 90. Turn at the right hand side. So I input 90 here, and we have something like this. Now, remember, we have 4 sides, right? So this is going to repeat 4 times instead of 10 times to make that shape. To make that shape. Now let's play this code and see what happens. Okay, it has worked, but you won't see it because your spikes here is actually blocking our code. Remember, this is the spikes that we are programming. But we don't want to see these spikes. So what we're going to do is, and let me also put a wait button here so you can see how it moves. So what we're going to do is to hide these spikes. So without these spikes, we won't be able to write our code. So let's hide these spikes by coming to loops and pick a code that says hide. So hide the spike first. So whenever I click this, I want this spike to hide and I want it to run this code. So let's see what happens. Very good. So it has drawn our square, but it's very tiny. So let's increase that. So this we use our move step as our pixel on our picture. So we have this. Let me have this to 100. And let me have this to 150. So it can be bigger, and you see what we have done. So we have this, and sure, we have a square. We have a square. So I play this again, and we have a square. So you can see that we've created a square with scratch. So let me see what they're saying. Still boring. Oh, but you can see my screen now because my screen is in full mode. So we have a square. So let me know. I can't see it well. Let me see if you can see. If you can see, just tell me you can see my screen. So if you can see, let me know you can see my screen. It happens sometimes, so you have to just. So we have this. If yours cannot do this, you can send your questions code, and we have this. So we can change the color um of the square to any color of our choice by just setting pen color. Okay, I can say black, and we have a black color. So here we created a square. So let's create, now let me put this code aside so you can still see this code. And let me use the same code to create a rectangle. Now, a rectangle has um, two sides equal, right? Now let's try to create a rectangle. Now using this same code, I'm going to create a rectangle and let's see how it goes. So let me see if I have questions already. Yes, I can see your screen, but the blocks are not clear. I don't know what's happening. So I'm using, maybe what I'll do is I have to switch to Scratch Online because I'm using the offline version. If this is not clear, maybe that will be clear because I need you to see what I'm doing very well. So let me try to create, if this is fine, you tell me if this is fine, please. Okay, let me try to, let me stop sharing. can see this, it should be my greatest joy. Now what I did was to bring this code here, and so whenever I click this, now this is Scratch Online. Can you see this? If you can see this, we go from here. So I'm unable to. Can you see this screen? So let me write some codes first, and I'm be sure that you can see. So what I did here was to come to extension and pick the pen extension and say erase all, pen up, set pen color, and I can choose any color I want. So I pick red, right? And I say because I want it to start from the middle, I go to 00 x 0 y 0, right? Then I go to my wait button and say wait for a second, and I bring my pen down. So I want it to write the pen down. Then I say repeat this because we already know the size of what we want is 4. Yeah, we repeat this 4 times. I'll come to motion and say move for 150, so you guys can see. And 360 divided by 4 is 90. We change this to 90. I will say wait for a second so you can all see how it goes. Wait for a second. I go to my wait button and click 1 second. And when I do this, I have this. So we don't want spikes to be showing. So we bring a hide button and say hide that spike. Whenever we click that, we want the spike to hide. And we have this. And we have this. So please tell me you can see my screen and my codes very clearly. So let me go to sections. Okay, yes. So you can see my screen now. You can see my screen. So we have this. We've created a square which has all sides equal. You can see all sides of the square are equal, right? Now we said we wanted to create a triangle. So let's create a rectangle first, which have two sides equal, opposite side equal, opposite side equal. Now to create triangle, I'm just going to bring same code. So let me use this code. And when spacebar is split, so I don't delete this code. So you see how we change it. And I'm going to hide this, right? And bring your erase button, pen up. I can set my color, right? And I say I still want it to start at the y is equal to 0. Wait for 1 second so you can see what we're doing or how it goes. And your pen down, bring your pen down. Now this is where the trick comes. When we say repeat this, somebody is going to answer me, how many times are we supposed to repeat this? We already used 4 here. How many times are we going to repeat this? So let me get somebody fast. Let me check. First side is 2 parallel. Oh. Sorry, your voice is breaking up. Yeah, can you hear me now? So I said we're going to repeat this how many times? Dami already said 2 times. So I'm going to go by Dami and say we move this to 150, and we say because it's 4 times, we divide 360 divided by 4, it gives you 90 degrees. So bring in this and say this is 90. But if we do this, it's still going to give us, to put through here, it's still going to give us a square. So we're going to repeat this code inside twice. So I can say wait for a second before it goes to the next code and bring my move button here and reduce this to 100. So this is 150, this is 100. This is 150, this is 100. So one will be longer than one. And say repeat this for 90 degrees. So now let's play this code and see what happens. Now the first code, if I click the flag, gives me um, a square. The second code, when I press my space key on my keyboard, gives me a rectangle. Let's see if it works. So, very good. So we have a rectangle. We have a rectangle. So let me have this as 200 so you can see it. And this as 150. Let me change the color to a bright color that you can see. So let me take this again. And we have a rectangle. You can see two opposite sides equal, two opposite sides equal. So we have this. And look at the two codes. Different codes giving us different shapes. So any questions so far before we go to, let's see how we can draw a triangle and a circle. Remember, I want to draw four of those shapes, a triangle and a circle. So let me look at your comments. Why are you upset? Me too, scratch. Don't understand, I can see. Oh, somebody saying he doesn't understand. So what I did basically was to go down to scratch at, so I guess I'll just switch back. If you can't see this one, I guess I'll just switch back to 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 scratch, to the offline version of scratch, because I need you to see this. So what we did here, for those of you that don't understand, let me take it slowly. What we did here, you can go, but you can go over the video and watch over and over again to understand. If you have any questions, you can send them down to our forum where I'll be here 24/7 to answer every question. So what I did was divide this by 4 because it has 4 sides. Now when creating a rectangle, let me duplicate this code so I don't need to write more codes. I duplicate this and I say I'm going to use when I press the space bar on my key. I can change this color because we only use black. Let's I change it to a red color. Then this is 2, right? And what we just added here was come back to motion, bring this, put 100 and same degrees to 90. This is the only code I added to make a rectangle. Now if I click my spacebar, I'm going to have a rectangle instead of a triangle, instead of a square. So we have this. As simple as that. All you need to do, understand your codes, understand the side, how many sides you want your shape, how many sides are your shape, and just put them on your repeat when you are coding. Okay? So for those of you that don't understand, please you can go over this video over and over again. This video is always here. It won't go off. It's always here. You can go over it and do your shape. So now let's go for a triangle and a square. A triangle and a circle. Sorry, triangle and a circle. So let me bring this out and take this out and let's start a circle. So for a circle, I'm going to bring this flag. Whenever this flag is clicked, of course, we want it to hide our spikes. That's why we're using this hide menu. So hide these spikes. We don't want the spike to show, of course. Can you see my screen clearly now? Let me see. Can you see my screen clearly? So how does it move horizontally? So yes. So let's continue. So I go back to, because I want the circle to start from the center of our screen. We use go to x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Then we use our screen that says erase all, and we're going to set pen size by, let me set it by 5, meaning how thick we want it to be. How thick we want it to be. I should have added this to the other page. Okay. Then we're going to use pen down and say, now for a circle, how many times are we going to repeat this? For a circle, how many times do we repeat this? So the circle is going to go 360, and we have 360. Okay, so we're going to leave this at 360 for a circle to complete its movement. And we'll say move. I want you to see how it draws, so I'm going to put this for 1, right? And I'm going to turn the degree. I can turn the degree to any and say 1. Now let's see if this draws a circle. Now this simple code here can draw a circle. It can draw a circle. So I have this, and we have this drawing on our screen. It draws a circle and stops. Fine. So with this piece of code, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just 9 blocks of code, you can draw a circle. 9, and we have our circle drawn. So very interesting piece of code. These are things you can work up and just with a basic understanding of geometry, you can draw any shape you want to draw. Now, let me draw the last shape. Let's draw the last shape. I'm going to draw the last shape, then draw a shape that you're going to identify the shape. You're going to be the one to tell me what shape I've drawn. Okay? So I have this, it says, now let me bring the second code. Whenever the space is clicked, we want to draw a triangle. A triangle. We use the same code and say height because we don't want the spikes to be visible. We hide it. Come back to the same code that say erase or, so draw your pen, so your pen can go up. Okay. You can change the pen color if you want. You can change the pen color by 10 if you want. And we can say, because we want it to start from the middle of your screen, go to x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and you set your pen size to 4. Always remember. So setting your pen size is like saying how thick you want the lines should be. So I can set my pen size to anything I want. But let me just set it to 2. So how thick you want it to be. So let me set this to 5, so it can be very thick, or 6. Yeah, so it can be very thick. So you see your pen. Then because we are drawing a triangle, we're going to use a pointing direction. Pointing direction. I'm going to change this, but let me use 90 first. Pointing direction. Then you can use your pen down. If you don't use your pen down, it will never draw. Okay? Don't use pen down, it won't draw. And we're going to repeat this. So how many sides do we have in a triangle? How many sides does the triangle have? How many sides does the triangle have? Look at here. How many sides does the triangle have? I'm waiting for your comments. How many sides does the triangle have? I'm waiting for comments if I continue. How many sides? Okay, okay. So the triangle has, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The triangle has three sides. So once if you divide, if you 360 divided by 3, 360 divided by 3. Let me see if we are going to get it right. So yeah, yeah. So thank you. I've seen a lot of 3. Thank you. So 360 divided by 3. Who can get the answer for me? So somebody should just divide it. I need great mathematicians in the house. 360 divided by 3. Yes, the triangle has 3 sides. Thank you very much. I have super scratchers here. Super scratchers. Super scratchers. Oh, Bobby, thank you, Bobby. 120 degrees. Don, thank you. 120 degrees. Olufumi, great. Great. Great, guys. 120 degrees. So we are going to change this repeat to 3 instead of 4 and instead of 360 that we use here. So we're going to change this to 3 and we're going to say come back to motion, move 100 steps because we want you to see them, right? And say turn degree to 120, which you guys mentioned. So let's see if you're right. You know, you scratch everything is practical. Let's see if you guys are right. And we're going to wait for a second so you see how it turns so it doesn't just appear and disappear. So let's see what happens. Let's play this code. So let me hit my space bar. And we have this. Our triangle is actually turning upside down. A triangle is turning upside down. Why is it turning upside down? So who can save us from this? Our triangle is turning upside down. Oh sorry, this is. Our triangle is turning upside down. Who can save us? What did we get wrong? What have we done wrong? Look at your code again. Let me see your answers. Let me see your comments before. 120, 120. What type of triangle? Because you know, we have 3, 4. So we are doing the 3-side triangle. Damn it. The turn arrow is wrong. Really? So let's try and solve that. So, so I should bring this other turn arrow. So let me bring the other turn arrow and see if it works. So I bring this to 120. 20. And let's see if it works. Great, Van Dam. Great. So we have the wrong turn arrow, and that's why we had that. So we have this for the circle and this. So I'm playing two code at once. That's why we're having different stuff here. So I just hit my space bar and I have a triangle. So what we successfully done here is to create 4 basic geometry shapes: your triangle, your circle, your rectangle, and your rectangle and your square. So these are the 4 shapes we have created. And I'm going to be giving out my assignments now before I go to the last part of this class. I'm going to be giving out my assignments now. So it's going to be typed, and you can always submit your assignment at hello@coderina.org. Submit your assignments at hello@coderina.org. I'm going to be reviewing each of the assignments. Of course, I'll review each of the assignments and send you your feedback. Review your assignments over and over again. So with what we've done, the assignment is to create. Let me see, I wrote it down. You are going to draw your own shape. You're going to draw a pentagon and an octagon. So let me have that type in. That will be typed in for you. The pentagon. Who said, okay, if you don't understand, you go back to this video. This video is always here on YouTube. Watch it over and over again. If you still don't get it, then you can send your questions at um your questions at forum.codorina.net. Somebody is asking what's the assignment. The assignment is to it's going to be typed in. You have to submit your assignment at hello@coderina.org. Hello at Coderina is going to be typed hello@coderina.org. So the assignment is to create a pentagon and an octagon using Scratch. A pentagon and an octagon using Scratch. Yeah, thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. Ajibola, Ajibola. So because this is a live section, if you don't understand, you go back, and if you don't get it, send a message to hello@coderina.org, or you go back to forum.coderina.net. That's our forum on our website where we'll answer all your questions. I'm always available 247. So when I see your questions, I give you answers straight up. Okay? So create a pentagon and an octagon. Now, before you create that, please do your research. For those of us that already know what a pentagon and octagon is, look at the number of sides they have. Look how many sides they have before you do it. Okay? So you have to submit your assignment at hello@coderina.org, and the assignment is to create a pentagon and an octagon. Now, listen, I want to do something. I want to create a shape. You're going to tell me the shape. Please, hello@coderina.org. Your assignment. So you are going to type that in. Assignment is create a pentagon and an octagon using Scratch. So let me create this, and you're going to tell me what it is. I'm going to create this, and you're going to tell me what it is. I'm not going to tell you what this is. So you're going to make your wild guess yourself. Make your wild guess yourself. Let me have this lab. So I see. Now I see. So look at what I'm doing. I want to create. I want Scratch to draw something for me, and I want it to be. I'm trying to see what it is. So I need somebody, and of course, the person that gets this is going to be a surprise package. For those of us that want a surprise package, the person that gets the name of this shape is going to get something from me. Okay? The person that gets this wins a surprise package from me. So listen and see what it's going to draw. I'm not going to be the one to draw it. I'm just a scratcher, just like any of you. We are all scratchers. Okay. We are all scratchers. Let's see who can get this. So this video is always there. You can watch this video over and over again and see how it goes. For those of us that are just coming in, go to your assignments, do your assignments, go through the chat, what people have done. So I need somebody to tell me what this guy is drawing. So I don't even know myself. Yes, you have a link. You are going to be joining your Python class in the next 15 minutes. In the next 15 minutes. So, can someone give a wide guess of what is on my screen now? Wide guess. Yeah, you can see my screen. Okay, somebody say an Olympic logo. No. It looks like a butterfly. No. A moth. No. Okay. Somebody says a flower and a butterfly. No, not a butterfly. So keep your guess coming. Keep your guess coming. Keep your guess. Let me see. Let me see. A flower. So Placan already. Placan was the first to say flower. Oh no, John was the first to say flower. So John, your white gets far. So yeah, this is the Placan, and I have Bobby. It's a flower. This is a petal flower. This is a petal flower. So all you need to do, you can draw any shape using Scratch. All you need to do, get the size and get the size of the shape, and with all of what we've done today, you can actually create your own shape using Scratch. Okay? So remember your assignment, very important. Your assignment, create a pentagon and an octagon. Create, yeah, sorry. Remember your assignment, create a pentagon and an octagon. Create a pentagon and an octagon. So you submit assignment to hello@coderina.com. I want to put that on your screen now. You're going to create a pentagon and an octagon. Yeah. Create a pentagon and an octagon. If you don't have Scratch, yes, download Scratch. If you don't have download Scratch, the offline version on your system. For those of us who don't have Scratch, download Scratch offline on your system, or you just use the online version if you are registered, if you have a Scratch account. Because we are all Scratchers, so we should have a Scratch account as Scratchers. So go online, open your Scratch account. If you don't have it, you can download it Scratch 3.0 on your device, an offline version. Save it and send it to hello@coderina. David Ajayi, this is Scratch. We use Scratch for this. So go online, download the offline version of Scratch, or you go online and open an account with Scratch. So please, your assignment is to create a pentagon and an octagon using Scratch, and you submit it at hello@coderina.org for review and evaluation. That means your that means your explanation is perfect. Okay, so thank you guys. So we are going to be going to Python programming. Don't forget, we're going back to Python programming in less than 15 minutes. So get ready to have an awesome coding. When is this due? This will be due in the next 10 minutes. You are going to be, yeah, so your assignment, deadline for your assignment. You need to submit your assignment before 12th of August. Submit your assignment on or before 12th of August. That's on Wednesday. On or before 12th of August. So if you have a wonderful time, you can comment and say you have a wonderful time. Let me know if you guys truly have a wonderful time or if you guys truly understand what we've done. So yes, done is to make an octagon and a pentagon. If you have, let me know if you have a wonderful time. So victory's on. We're going back to remember you're having your Python now. Over to you, victory.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Jerry. I hope you guys enjoyed the first session of the second cohort. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ask your questions on the Code Arena forum, forum.codearena.net. Don't forget to subscribe, like I said, and don't forget to keep on participating. And I've heard Mr. Jerry gave you assignments, so please ensure that you complete your assignments so you can get a certificate at the end of the program. Certificates are very good to use for applications, for bragging rights. So make sure you stick to that. And see you guys. If you are joining the Python session, that'll be starting in about 7 minutes. So thank you. Bye. See you next week or see you in 7 minutes.